Stop. If you just watered your bottle brush because it looks sick, you may have made it worse. You've probably stood there thinking, I watered you yesterday. Why do you look even worse today? Here's the answer nobody tells you. Somewhere under that soil, the roots could be suffocating. Not from lack of water, from too much of it. In the next few minutes, I'll show you the exact 2-ingredient mix that fixes this. First, a quick check to see if this is actually your problem, then the real cause, then the exact fix, and a 10-second test that tells you if your plant's still savable. Quick gut check before we go further. This fix is for overwatering, not drought, not root rot from a fungus, not a bug problem. Here's how to know. Soil still wet 3 days after you last watered. Leaves droop even right after watering, not before. Lower leaves turn yellow first. Soil smells sour or swampy. You've spotted tiny gnats flying near the base. 2 or more of those. Keep watching, this is your fix. Here's something most people never think about. Soil isn't solid. It's full of tiny air pockets. Roots breathe through those pockets the same way you breathe through your lungs. Every time you overwater, those pockets fill up. Water pushes the air out. And if that soil stays cold, soggy, and heavy for too long, it turns anaerobic. No oxygen left down there. Your plant's roots are running out of air. This isn't root rot from a fungus. It's something else entirely. Root rot is an infection. This is suffocation, a physical problem, not a disease. Different cause. And that's exactly why just treat it like root rot advice doesn't work here. A drowning plant and a thirsty plant look almost identical. Droopy leaves, yellow edges, wilting a day after you watered. So people see that and do the one thing that makes it worse. They water again. So if it's not thirst, what actually fixes suffocating roots? Not a fertilizer, not a fungicide, a common household liquid most people never think of using in the garden. Here it is. 2 tablespoons of 3% hydrogen peroxide, 1 teaspoon of Epsom salt, 1 liter of water. Mix it, then pour it slowly through the soil at the base of the plant until it runs out the bottom. Think of waterlogged soil like a room full of people with the windows shut. Hydrogen peroxide briefly cracks those windows open. Fresh oxygen rushes in, then it's gone. That's literally the chemistry. It's water with 1 extra oxygen atom. The second it touches wet soil, it breaks apart into plain water and pure oxygen, going straight into those flooded air pockets. Within minutes, it's just water and air again. And no, this won't burn your plant. At 3% mixed this way, it's the go-to ratio most home gardeners use for exactly this reason. Epsom salt is a bit more specific. It only helps if your plant's actually low in magnesium, which is common in soil that's been waterlogged a while. When it is low, magnesium helps support chlorophyll production, the process your plant uses to turn sunlight into energy. It's not magic, it's a targeted assist, not a cure-all. One more thing that matters here, if water sits in the pot or the ground for days after you water it, no soil treatment fixes that permanently. You need to fix the drainage too, or this problem comes right back. Do this once, ideally in the morning or evening, not in direct afternoon heat. Then walk away for 3 days. Soil should feel looser and visibly drier. That's your sign it's working. Quick warning, don't repeat this more than once a week. Even at this weak strength, too much hydrogen peroxide can wear down the good microbes in your soil. Once a week gets the oxygen back without creating a new problem. Now, the question you actually came here for, can this plant even be saved? Here's a 10-second test. Scratch a tiny section of the main stem near the base with your fingernail, green underneath. That part's still alive. Brown, dry wood, all the way through. That part's gone. Here's what most people get wrong. Sometimes the upper branches die back, while the lower stem is still alive. Don't scratch once near the top and give up. Check lower down too. A lot of healthy plants get thrown out too early because someone only checked one spot. So far. Waterlogged soil suffocates roots. The flush gets oxygen back, drainage keeps it from coming back, and the scratch test tells you if you're in time. If you can reach the roots, check those too. Healthy roots are white or light tan and firm. Brown, black, mushy roots that fall apart are already dead. But if even some roots are still white and firm, the plant can recover once real oxygen's back in that soil. And here's something most people don't realize. Healthy roots need oxygen almost as much as they need water. Most people who try this see the soil drying and loosening within the first week. By week 2, new leaf growth starts firming back up, not overnight, but fast compared to just watching and hoping. So here's the short version. A dying bottle brush usually isn't thirsty, it's suffocating. 2 tablespoons of 3% hydrogen peroxide, 1 teaspoon of Epsom salt, 1 liter of water, flush the soil, fix your drainage, check back in 3 days. Do this today, before you reach for the watering can again. This works best outdoors in zone 8 through 11. Outside that range, this is probably a potted or indoor plant. The same flush still applies. If your stem passed the scratch test today, don't give up on that plant yet. Check it again in a week. You might be surprised how much life is still left. And if your plant's leaves are curling instead of drooping, that's a completely different problem with a different fix. I've got that video ready for you right here.